Hello, my name is Nick Crystal, and this is my informative speech. Just a couple weeks back, I was sitting in bed with my girlfriend trying to figure out what topic I should write my speech about. Trying to brainstorm, my girlfriend asked me, "Well, Nick, just write about something you're passionate about, so it'll be easy." The thing I'm most passionate about is baseball, so to me, the answer was obvious. I told her I'm going to write about the historic life of Jackie Robinson. Her response was, "Ooh, is he on the Yankees?" I was shocked. I could not believe she did not know who Jackie Robinson was, an idol of mine and anybody who loved the game of baseball. The man who was a lieutenant in the U.S. military, only to be arrested later for sitting on the wrong seat of the bus. The man who broke the color barrier in baseball and promised to never retaliate when confronted with racism. The man who had his number retired throughout the whole MLB and has his own celebratory day. Many people do not know this, but Robinson was also a vocal civil rights activist as well as serving in the U.S. Army. Robinson even served on the board of the NAACP until 1962. He served as a second lieutenant in the U.S. military for 2 years. And after those 2 years, he was arrested and court-martialed for standing his ground and not moving to the back of the segregated bus. In light of this injustice, the people banded together to get his charges acquitted, and they succeeded, earning him an honorable discharge from the Army from his service. Robinson's stand for racial injustice that day on the bus opened the pathway leading to segregation of sports in America. After being discharged from the Army, Robinson can now return to what he loved most, sports. Robinson was an unbelievable athlete. He played 4 sports at UCLA. He played basketball, he played football, he played track, and of course, he played baseball, where he earned a letter in each sport that he had played. And he is still the only student to ever do that for the university. But ultimately, Jackie chose to play semi-pro baseball. In 1945, baseball leagues were still segregated, so Jackie started out playing in the Negro Leagues, but because of his skill, he was very soon noticed by the minor league baseball team for the Brooklyn Dodgers. So they signed him to a deal, and in 1946, I believe, just 2 years after being discharged, he was out playing for the Dodgers minor league team. Robinson had to make a deal with the president of the Dodgers that Jackie would not retaliate to any racial slurs or any racial remarks made towards him at all. From the moment he stepped out onto that field, it was a constant battle for him. And on April 15th, 1947, Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier in baseball, and he became the first black athlete to play professional baseball. While also being a vocal black rights activist, staying quiet while 30 teams full of all white men was very difficult because he knew if he wanted to stay in the league and make a change, it was what he needed to do. Even some of his teammates said that they would rather sit out than play on a baseball field with him. There's one specific infamous game in Jackie's life where they were playing a game his rookie year. This was against the Philadelphia Phillies, led by their manager, Ben Chapman. Ben Chapman was known for being a racist, and he and the team were shouting racial slurs from their dugout at Jackie from the on-deck circle, which is when you're about to go to hit. So Pee Wee Reese, the shortstop and captain of the team, came out from the dugout, put his arm around Jackie, and gave him words of encouragement. Jackie was attacked because of his skin color his whole entire life, but that moment in time signified him as being accepted as a Brooklyn Dodger and a true member of the team. As time went on, Jackie's incredible baseball skills won the respect of his teammates and the fans in Brooklyn, but despite all of that, he was still hated and harassed at his away games. The great thing about Jackie Robinson is that he never let that affect his game, and he went on to win many achievements in his life as a baseball player. In Robinson's first year as a player, he won Rookie of the Year award. Not only was Jackie the best rookie, he was one of the best players in the league, and that this was noticed by many coaches, and this got them thinking of having an interracial team as well. Then in 1949, Jackie Robinson became the best overall baseball player in professional baseball, and he earned the National League MVP trophy. He went from being hated to being a national hero, and because of his success in the majors, it opened the door for more great baseball players of the sport, like Willie Mays and Hank Aaron, who are still considered to this day one of the best baseball players of all time. And finally, in 1955, after a whole decade of playing in the league, he finally took the Brooklyn Dodgers to a World Series championship. He shortly retired after that and became a social activist for black rights. But what made him an icon for the baseball community is that he stayed nonviolent and never fought back. He stood there and he took all of the hate so everyone else would be allowed to play the baseball regardless of their skin color. The Boston Red Sox were the last team to integrate just 12 years after Jackie broke into the league. Because of his remarkable achievements on and off the baseball field, he became the first African American to ever be in the Hall of Fame. To honor Jackie, they retired the number 42 throughout all 30 baseball teams and gave him his very own day of remembrance on April 15th, where every single baseball player and coach wears the number 42. Thank you for listening.